Hi, my name is Abbey Lynch and I'm the Teen Services Librarian here at the Brookfield Library, back for another week of Teen Book Talks. I'm here out on the patio on this beautiful sunny Friday in front of our lovely flowers. Hopefully maybe we'll get some butterflies in the background here. And today we're talking about new books. So before we get into that, I just want to remind everyone that next week will be the last week of the summer reading program. We'll wrap that up on the 13th, and then you'll have until August 22nd to get your bingo sheets returned before we draw the prizes. So if you haven't picked up a bingo sheet yet, feel free to drop by the library. We have some outside, we have some inside. Do some reading challenges, do some activities, and maybe you'll win some prizes at the end of the summer here. We just got a big order of books in at the end of July, beginning of August, so I'm going to talk about some of the newer titles today that we have in our collection for you to check out. So it's a little bit of a variety of genres, and hopefully there'll be a little bit of something for everybody. As always, you can check out any of these books from the library by coming in and checking them out, by placing a hold online, or by calling 203-775-6241 and asking us for help. We are still offering curbside pickup if that is an option that you'd prefer, or you can come in and browse yourself. And also, a lot of these books are available in one form or another on Hoopla, one of our offerings for digital book versions of books. And you can find more information about Hoopla on our website as well, and that's www.brookfieldlibrary.org. So I'm going to start with The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. Oh, we've got another sunny day, a lot of reflections on these covers, so sorry if they're hard to see. For centuries, witches have maintained the climate, their power from the sun peaking in the season of their birth. But now their control is faltering as the atmosphere becomes more erratic. All hope lies with Clara, an ever-witch whose rare magic is tied to every season. In autumn, Clara wants nothing to do with her power. It's wild and volatile, and the price of her magic, losing the one she loves, is too high, despite the need to control the increasingly dangerous weather. In winter, the world is on the precipice of disaster. Fires burn, storms rage, and Clara accepts that she's the only one who can make a difference. In spring, she falls for Sang, the witch training her. As her magic grows, so do her feelings, until she's terrified Sang will be the next one she loses. In summer, Clara must choose between her power and her happiness, her duty and the people she loves, before she loses Sang, her magic, and thrusts the world into chaos. So that's The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin, and it's also available as an ebook on Hoopla. I'm really interested in this one because a lot of the climate fiction that I see tends to lean towards the science fiction or dystopian genres, and I think it's really interesting to have a fantasy novel exploring climate issues. So definitely check out The Nature of Witches. Next up we have Enduring Freedom by Jawad, Arash, and Trent Reedy. On September 11th, 2001, the lives of two boys on opposite sides of the world are changed in an instant. Bahir, a studious Afghan teen, sees his family's life turned upside down when they lose their livelihood as war rocks the country. When Joe's unit arrives in Bahir's town, Bahir is wary of the Americans, but sees an opportunity. Not only can he practice his English with the soldiers, his family can make money delivering their supplies. At first, Joe doesn't trust Bahir or any of the locals, but Bahir keeps showing up. As Joe and Bahir get to know each other, to see each other as individuals, they realize they have a lot more in common than they ever could have realized. But can they get past the deep differences in their lives and beliefs to become true friends and allies? So that's Enduring Freedom by Jawad, Arash, and Trent Reedy, and it's also available as an ebook and an audiobook on Hoopla. All right, next up we have probably one of the new books that I'm most excited about, The Marvelous by Kann. Everyone thinks they know Jewel Van Hanen, heiress turned actress turned social media darling who created the massively popular video sharing app Golden Rule. After mysteriously disappearing for a year, Jewel makes her dramatic return with an announcement. She has chosen a few lucky Golden Rule users to spend an unforgettable weekend at her private estate. But once they arrive, Jewel ingeniously flips the script. The guests are now players in an elaborate estate-wide game, and she's tailored every challenge and obstacle to test whether they have what it takes to win, at any cost. Told from the perspective of three dazzling players, Nicole, the new queen of Golden Rule, Luna, Jewel's biggest fan, and Stella, a brilliant outsider. This novel will charm its way into your heart and keep you guessing how it all ends, because money isn't the only thing at stake. And this is also available as an audiobook on Hoopla. I'm really excited about this one. The description to me gives me Inheritance Game vibes. Inheritance Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which was one of my favorite books of last year. And I know a lot of people have been enjoying that one. So if you're on the holds list for it, or you haven't been able to get it when you come in, maybe try The Marvelous by Kann. Next up, we have a book that was actually recommended to me by a patron yesterday. Someone came in and I was prepping for this video and they said that they loved this one a lot and I should include it. If you ever have any books you think that I should include in one of my videos, feel free to put it in the comments or get in touch with us here at the library. I'm always happy to hear patron recommendations. So thank you to the patron who recommended this for us. So this is Fat Chance Charlie Vega by Maldonado. Coming of age as a fat brown girl in a white Connecticut suburb is hard. Harder when your whole life is on fire though. Charlie Vega is a lot of things. Smart, funny, artistic, ambitious, fat. People sometimes have a problem with that last one, especially her mom. Charlie wants a good relationship with her body, but it's hard, and her mom leaving a billion weight loss shakes on her dresser doesn't help. The world and everyone in it have ideas about what she should look like. Thinner, lighter, slimmer faced, straighter haired, be smaller, be whiter, be quieter. But there's one person who's always in Charlie's corner, her best friend Amelia. Slim, popular, athletic, totally dope. So when Charlie starts a tentative relationship with cute classmate Brian, the first worthwhile guy to notice her, everything is perfect until she learns one thing. He asked Amelia out first. So is she his second choice or what? Does he even really see her? Ugh, everything is now officially a mess. Fat Chance Charlie Vega tackles our relationships to our parents, our bodies, our cultures, and ourselves. So that's Fat Chance Charlie Vega by Maldonado. Next up we have a book with a great summer cover here, nice warm summer colors, Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. Olivia is an expert at falling in love and at being dumped. But after the fallout from her last breakup has left her an outcast at school and at home, she's determined to turn over a new leaf. A crush-free weekend at Farmland Music and Arts Festival with her best friend is just what she needs to get her mind off the senior year that awaits her. Tony is 1 week away from starting college, and it's the last place she wants to be. Unsure about who she wants to become and still reeling in the wake of the loss of her musician-turned-roadie father, she's heading back to the music festival that changed his life in hopes that following in his footsteps will help her find her own way forward. When the two arrive at Farmland, the last thing they expect is to realize they'll need to join forces in order to get what they're searching for out of the weekend. As they work together, the festival becomes so much more complicated than they bargained for, and Olivia and Tony will find that they need each other and music more than they could ever have imagined. Packed with irresistible romance and irrepressible heart, best-selling author Leah Johnson delivers a stunning and cinematic story about grief, love, and the remarkable power of music to heal and connect us all. So Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson is also available as an audiobook on Hoopla, and I'm really excited about that because Leah Johnson's first book, You Should See Me in a Crown, was wonderful on audio, and the narrator of that, Alaska Jackson, is one of the narrators on the Rise to the Sun audiobook. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a listen. That's Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. Last up today, we have a collection of short stories called Up All Night, which is edited by Laura Silverman. When everyone goes to bed, the ones who stay up feel like they're the only people in the world. As the hours tick by deeper into the night, the familiar drops away and the unfamiliar beckons. Adults are asleep, and a hush falls over the hum of daily life. Anything is possible. It's time for romance and adventure, for prom nights and ghost hunts. It's a time for breaking up, for falling in love, and for finding yourself. Stay up all night with these 13 short stories from best-selling and award-winning YA authors like Karen McManus, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nina LaCour, and Brandy Colbert, as they take readers deep into these rarely seen magical hours. And this is also available in ebook format on Hoopla. I think short stories are great for the summer when you might not have extended periods of time to read or stay into a book with a you know, a connected storyline. You can pick it up and read one story and then put it back down and pick it back up when you have time again. So definitely check out Up All Night, edited by Laura Silverman. And did you get a notice of those authors there? Some big names in here, and hopefully a little bit of something for everyone. So those are our books for today. I hope you found something that seemed interesting to you, and if not, you can always fill out a personalized reading request or a super secret book bag request on our website, and we'll either make you a personalized reading list or pull a couple of surprise books for you to take out, and that can be a little bit more tailored to your taste. Hopefully we'll see you in the library checking some books out or grabbing a bingo sheet for the last week of summer reading next week. And until next time, have a great week.